Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Geeks Around. Back for our Game of Thrones discussion. This time, talking about episode 303, Walk of Punishment. My name is DeAno Jackson, your executive producer. Joining me, of course, is our host, Matt Moore. What's going on, Matt?
Not much. I just want to say something that I've never said on an episode before. Everyone give DeAno a hand. Just one.
Wait, what'd I do?
No, just one hand. It was a bad pun.
Oh, I got you.
How did you not get that?
I see what you did there. Joining the panel today for this discussion is Aisha Franklin. Welcome back.
Hello.
Allyson Whipple joined us once again, having just celebrated a hell of a birthday.
Oh, yeah.
This guy, Jon Eric, who for some reason we keep letting in here. I'm not really sure why.
Really annoying.
And a man we actually haven't seen here on Geeks Around in a while. Rob has joined us back once again. What's going on, Rob? Welcome back to Geeks Around.
Not much. Finally got a chance to watch the episode live on Sunday, so I'm here today.
Right on. That's what's up. So it's like, well, this episode definitely had a little bit more action than the previous couple episodes, particularly at the end, but I guess we'll get to that.
It's definitely the best episode so far of the season.
Yeah.
Well, hands down, it's like it's almost getting to the point where there's too many characters because there's no way in hell you can kind of keep track of who's everyone and what not where. And yes, we do see you guys on
one scene per episode at this point.
Yeah,
one or two scenes per.
Yeah, no joke. And I just want to say, yes, we do see you guys on YouTube commenting on the videos, correcting us from all the litany of mistakes that we make every week. We appreciate it. Thank you.
May I actually say something seriously before we get started on the story?
Go for it.
The entire internet basically ruined the ending of this episode for me. Like, the entire internet told me
Even though I read
exactly
the
how it
book,
was gonna
I
end.
know exactly what
It
you're talking
pissed me
about.
off so much.
I saw it a lot of places too.
And the argument is avoid social networks if there's a TV show you're going to watch. I watch Castle on Mondays. I watch Glee on Tuesdays. I watch something every single day that the internet tries to spoil for me. Don't spoil it. I'm on the West Coast. Okay, that's my rant.
No. I agree with you because you have people who's like, I mean, they'll see it out east and it's like, I mean, they're talking about it and there's spoilers everywhere already. It's like, I mean, come on. At least wait until the next day. Is it really that hard? Just at least wait until the next day.
And that was very prominent in this particular episode because of the dramatic way in which it ended.
Uh-huh.
Well, what I saw is that people on the internet, exactly what Matt said. People were saying, let's give Jamie a hand. Just in topics, like spoiling it. This is before it even aired, too.
This is pretty messed up. So let's see, it's like, the way we normally do this is we do it by location, makes kind of everything easier. So, what do you say? Want to start off in King's Landing for this one?
Sure.
All right.
Start with your boy Tyrion.
Yeah, gotta start with Tyrion. It's like, I mean, let's start this party off with a bang. I mean, you have Tywin calling this meeting of the small council, and I like the way that that the other Lannisters had to go ahead and move chairs in order to have their optimal positions. Cersei went ahead and had to pull up a chair next to her father, and Tyrion, he made it a point, furthest away possible, head of the other side of the table. That's how Tyrion rolls.
That was such a brilliant scene, and it was the third in a string of scenes that started with long silences. The first 10 minutes of this episode had almost no dialogue in it. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the dragging of the chair was really cool because it just shows Tyrion's lack of any regard whatsoever for his father. Lack of respect, lack of anything.
And his willingness to make a scene for almost no reason. You know what it actually reminded me of? Y'all remember the first Men in Black movie where they're all trying to take that test and Will Smith's character is the only one that thinks to drag that table all the way across the room so he can take his test on it?
Hey, at least he offered it. Someone else could use it too. It's like, hey, you want some of this? All right, so we have here that Tywin has appointed his son Tyrion as the new Lord of Coin, which is a job that Tyrion seems to be
It's the
particularly
Master of
not
Coin.
excited for. The Master of Coin.
Did y'all think that was a political statement when he said, I can't remember the exact quote, but he said, just because I grew up spending large amounts of money doesn't mean I'm qualified to manage it.
Well, I was watching that with my brother, and he said that's me. Because anybody that knows me, that's how I am.
That was a political statement towards a certain nominee from not too long ago?
I'm not saying it. I'm just asking what you think.
I honestly don't think it was.
I was just thinking, holy shit, I am Tyrion even more and more as I watch the show.
Well, I don't know if it was a particular political statement or not, but that certainly is Tyrion. Managing money, not probably one of his strongest suits. So it's like, I mean, do you think that is Tywin setting him up to fail, or just putting him in a position where where he can't really bother anyone, because that's a position that has really no power?
I think it's a set up to fail thing, because
it's clear Tywin really doesn't like him at all. He resents him for killing his mother basically in the womb.
I don't think he was
mother.
setting him up to fail, though. Is while it seems like that's the case because of the fact that he set him up with the kingdom in deep, deep debt. I don't think he knows that the kingdom's in deep, deep debt, except to him himself.
Yeah.
And I think that he might have actually done it because of the fact that he knew that his son was smart enough to actually deal with it. And that he'd find a way to pay the kingdom's debts, because the Lannister always pays his debts, and the Lannister is in the throne.
Here's a question though: if Tyrion did turn everything around, do you think Tywin would finally show him some gratitude, like he
hell
asked
no.
for?
no,
No, not even a slight chance.
of course he wouldn't. I mean, we started out this season proving that.
Yeah, he saved the entire kingdom.
By making
And
him
he
master
got
of
nothing in
coin, that also
return.
makes it easier to keep him around and keep tabs on him. And I think Tywin might have in mind give him a job and cut down on some of those other less wholesome activities.
Possibly.
They basically just use him.
And speaking of lustful activities, he sure found a way to kind of vent his lustful activities in a different way, to where his father doesn't end up killing anybody.
Well, it's like, I guess he figured it's like, Podrick saved his life, so favor for favor, kind of went ahead and hooked him up. It's like, I mean,
That was one sweet favor though.
Hey,
That was like 3 favors.
Exactly. When Tyrion does something, he does something all the way. Not 1, not 2, but 3 prostitutes. But the look on Podrick's face was absolutely priceless. I was waiting for someone to do that.
And he became my new hero. I think he became my new favorite character just because of the fact that he came back with and they had given his name back. that makes him my hero in this show.
What was the deal with that?
And you saw Bronn and Tyrion like, wait, what the fuck? Wait, what happened? Wait a second. They didn't take the money, but what?
We're going
okay, no, we have to talk about this shit. Sit the fuck down.
lots and lots of details.
It's like they be taking my money.
And he poured a drink for him.
Yeah.
Like he was totally acting like he was his squire the other way instead of the other way around. I mean, he's all like pouring him drinks and the whole 9 yards. Sit down, we gotta talk.
Yeah, it's like he figured out how to get prostitutes.
He was like, teach me how you do it.
Like, fuck yeah, dude, here, sit down, have some wine. You want some fucking bread, cheese? No, you have to explain this shit to me, though. We want to have a conversation, feel me? Yeah, just you could just see the look in that Bronn and Tyrion were giving one another. It's like we need to understand what happened here. he about to tell us what the fuck happened here. It's like this is some bullshit. A point of view of which I'm not entirely unsympathetic is like if someone has skills like that, it's like, hey, you about to come.
You gotta spread the word.
Exactly.
Spill, bro.
Now, last episode we didn't have any sex whatsoever, no nudity, no nothing. This particular episode seemed to take all the nudity from last episode and put it all in this episode, because there was a lot of either sexual innuendo, or about to have sex, or about to be raped, or I mean, there was a lot of that in this episode.
If there's one thing I've noticed while watching Game of Thrones is, if you go an episode without no nudity or sexual content, the next one will make up for it.
Yeah, at that point, just everybody walks around naked, like fuck it. That's what I figured would happen if there was like 3 episodes in a row with no nudity. On the 4th one, everyone would just be fucking naked for the full fucking hour. That's totally the way I got it figured. All right, let's see. We hit up King's Landing. That's pretty much all that happened there. It's like, okay, up north. Our boy Theon, well, he's finally got himself out of the bad situation, thanks to the person that his sister sent to go ahead and look out for him. And damn near, and speaking of sex, he damn near got a little bit of sexed up himself. Although I don't think he enjoyed that very much.
Yeah, forced sodomy is from my understanding, not fun.
No.
It's very painful and couldn't possibly result in children.
Tell us about it, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded like you knew from experience.
The voice of experience here.
You remember that quote from, was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, man.
But it's a mess. But it's like, but in this scene when oh damn, I can't remember his name. Was he ever given a name?
Who?
I don't think so. I don't remember anyone's name though, really. Unless like a major character. I'm just terrible at names.
I have like notes on everyone's name, but I was never able to find one for him. It's like
that must be one big ass fucking sheet of notes.
You are not wrong, but it's like I do know this. It's like finally we have someone in this episode that's actually good with a bow and arrow, because he was hitting his targets like what nothing. It's like I got you, I got you, I got you. And then the last one is like it was funny because he just walked right up to him. Dude was like you was like yeah whatever. Goodbye.
That was totally a waste of an arrow.
Maybe, but I think he made his point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a hell of a way to make a point. Drive an arrow into someone's head from like a foot away.
But yeah, it was very. I mean, now I'm forgetting his name. You just said it.
Who are you talking about, Theon?
Thank you for Theon Greyjoy. That was very, very good timing. Now I have a question with Theon. Is when he saw the riders coming after him, he took off like a shot. Don't you think that if you're fleeing a fortress that was just torturing you, you would have taken off like a shot in the beginning?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'd have been going personally. Apparently Theon took the scenic route, you know what I'm saying? You know, had to stop at the end and get some meat, you know.
I think he was trying to be quiet.
Really tired from all that torture and thus moving sluggishly.
Could be. I think he was trying to be quiet at first, and then when he realized he'd been made, well, then you run as fast as you can without worrying about how much noise.
And I really want to call bullshit on being hit with a flail from a guy who's mounted while you're not wearing armor. You're not gasping on the ground. You're dead.
Yeah. He should have had a big fucking indent in his where his face used to be. I mean, it's like, hey, unless like Nerf made that fucking thing, then otherwise, everything else that happened past that point shouldn't have been an issue. It's like I knew Matt would pick up on that.
Well,
He's the
yeah.
only person I know more into medieval weaponry than I am. Yeah, that
Renaissance
shit
Baroness
would have fucking left him dead.
Yeah.
Either that or Theon is a hell of a lot more hard-headed than we gave him credit for.
Well, he did survive all that torture.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to look
I
at it.
don't have a...
Well,
I don't know if I'd be walking around if I just had screws through my feet.
This is true. We'll just call it another episode of the Magic of the Seven Kingdoms and leave it at that. I'm fine with it. Let's see. Meanwhile, we got a chance to go back to Dragonstone and saw what Stannis is up to. And apparently he's up to just wanting another baby so he can go and kill.
Yeah, that can be summed up in one sentence. More shadow babies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but where's what's her name? Do y'all think where the hell is she headed off to? Because apparently she's thinking it's like in this one. It's not that I forget her name for you YouTubers. I don't forget her name. I can't pronounce her fucking name. It's like Melisandre or some. Yeah, M. Her name is M.
That's not that hard to pronounce.
Her name is fucking M. Any questions? Good. Every time I see that name, it's just like.
Is that how you do it when you read the books?
Yeah, pretty much. I just there we go. So it's like, I mean, where the hell is she off to? It's like, I mean, I'm getting the sense that magic is limited in this world. She talked about, you know, Stannis' fire being low. So I mean, what is she off to seek more?
Other people.
Or that. Never know. It's like, I mean, because we still don't even know. It's like, I'm still very confused about what her ulterior motive is in the first place.
I think that she's a mystery, and she's supposed to be a mystery at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. When she said there are others to sacrifice who share the same blood, who was she talking about?
That will probably be revealed next season.
Mm.
But it's Stannis.
Answer, but that's because I've read the books.
Bad Whipple. Bad Whipple.
Well, it's like, I mean, it could be next season or it could be this season, because if memory serves, books 3 and 4 of Song of Fire and Ice take place simultaneously, do they not?
Right, but isn't book 3
being split into 2 seasons?
Well, yeah, they're splitting. They are splitting things into 2 seasons, but it's like they said the things that happen in book 4 may happen in book 3. Because if you remember, with book 3 and 4, they happened simultaneously, but each book only focused on certain characters. There's certain characters that didn't appear at all in either book because their stories are being focused on another book.
DeAno didn't come back until book 5, and here you're getting scenes right now.
No one can go a whole 2.5 whatever seasons without him. That's just that.
Yeah, so we'll just have to see what happens there, see where they're going with it. See what next we have. I guess we can hop across the Narrow Sea right quick. It's like Daenerys is back doing her thing. It's like I'm just gonna skip a bunch of stuff now because it's just, I know she wants these soldiers, but she's willing to trade a dragon for them.
I never saw that coming.
I don't think she's sincere with that offer. I think she's going to find some way to renege.
Oh, I'm sure she's going to. I think she's going to have the dragon eat the guy.
Yeah, absolutely, because the dragons only listen to her anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the dragon's just going to say, fuck you, and turn around and fly right back to her.
What were you saying,
Yeah, that's
Aisha?
what I was thinking, too. As soon as she gets on the ship. As soon as she gets back on her ship, she's just going to call for the dragon. It's going to leave that owner and go back to her. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's like we have all these soldiers now. You guys now officially belong to me, so good. I can kill all these people. Dragons, kill, burn, eat, go wild. And I kind of want that to happen to him too. It's like all the shit he talks about her when he knows she can't understand.
He calls her a slut like every sentence.
Yeah, this fucking whore queen thinks she can come and show her tits and get fuck this fucking bitch. Well, she has a nice ass, so I might throw in a few for that. Fuck it. I'm like, damn. It's like, you are so lucky she can't understand you. If she did, you'd already be dead.
Another episode in which I expected her to start speaking the language.
Me too.
Yeah. I'm totally waiting for it. I'm totally waiting for her to finally just come out and show that she understood what he was talking about the whole time, and have her dragons kill the fucking shit out of him. I'm calling it. This is part of my wild speculation. I'm calling it happening next episode. Huh?
I said she'll have the dragon claw his balls off.
Yeah, there you go.
Now,
That's the only way to get your revenge.
now, did everyone notice that the slave girl actually said a phrase in a foreign language, and Daenerys understood it?
Yeah.
Was that the same foreign language? Because if it was,
I noticed that, but I wasn't sure if it was the same language.
Because that would be hilarious.
It really would. That's why it's like I'm really looking. It's like I'm telling you, it's like she has to know. She's pretending that she doesn't because she wants those damn soldiers. But once she has those soldiers, it's game fucking on.
Maybe she'll use those soldiers to take over the whole city.
Hey, you never know. And meanwhile, just in the advisor department, you kind of have Sir Jorah and Sir Selmy kind of clashing heads, trying to, it's like, no, you should listen to me. No, listen to that motherfucker. Listen to me. It's like anyone getting that vibe from them, like they're kind of competing with one another for Daenerys' trust.
Yeah. Trust or something else.
Ain't gonna be no. Like, I mean, Sir Jorah might want to, hit that, but he, as far as I'm concerned, he is Sir Friend-zoned. He ain't hitting that. No matter how much he might want to, he ain't hitting that. He got friend-zoned hard.
Or she's just driven by ambition and nothing else matters.
Yeah, that too. Definitely, because like, I mean, her gate, what she wants right now is very clear. She wants the Iron Throne back, and she wants everyone to pay for what they did to her family. That's what she wants. That's all she has time for, and she is going to do what she feels that she has to in order to accomplish that goal. But something else that I think is cool about her is, like, I mean, she has compassion. It's like, you guys saw her trying to give the slave on the Walk of Punishment some water. Just she has genuine compassion for people of lesser station, which is unlike just about everybody else in the show.
That could be one of the things that gets you killed, if anything, though. I mean, I don't want to jump ship, but think about Jaime. The second he starts to show compassion, look what happened to him at the end of the episode. You don't show compassion if you want the throne of the series.
That was just a flesh wound.
We'll get back to that, because I was was something I want to say off of that.
I think we're leaving Jaime and Bran till the end.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely till the end. But we're almost there, because at this point it's like past what's going on in the Riverlands. Actually, skip up. Let's go ahead beyond the wall a little bit. Check on everyone else up there. It's like up there you have can't talk. The wildlings went ahead and found all the decapitated horses. So they definitely know it's like there's now a shitload of White Walkers, because there were Jon Snow said 300 men there that should still be there, but they're not. So they're not there. They're still walking around somewhere. So that's going to be a potential problem. 300. I mean, because we know there's slightly less than that now. So, like, I mean, how long do you think it's going to be? Do you guys think it's going to be before we start seeing some more White Walker action? Because we haven't really seen the White Walkers since the very, very end of season 2.
I don't know. I don't know how far away they are, but the fact that the horses weren't completely covered in snow makes me think that they're not that far ahead of them.
Good point.
Good point.
Well, I didn't even really think of that one. Huh. Yeah, so they're definitely about somewhere, and that's going to lead to situations. Meanwhile, you have Mance Rayder already planning his raid of Castle Black Beyond the Wall. And it's like there are not enough Night's Watch members that are still there to defend. Not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to see for sure where Jon Snow's loyalties lie.
Yeah, definitely, because it's can I say it's getting a do or die time right now.
And speaking of things that would shake Jon Snow's loyalty, the Black Watch that were wandering around end up coming across that farm again. That's the same farm where the man was sacrificing the boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I didn't get that mixed up.
Yeah.
But, some sick shit going on right there.
Mm-hmm. And we see Craster still up to his old games, pretty much. It's like I wasn't even sure if Craster was going to let them in until he saw that. I think he noticed it was a matter of let us in or we're coming in. Pick one.
That's the way I saw it too.
Because you can see, it's like I was like most of the Night's Watch, they had their hands near their blades. It's like this motherfucker, like these bitches ain't gonna fight for you, dude. We coming in this motherfucker one way or another. You might not like how we do it, so fuck you. Light a fire and get some wine, asshole. In the meanwhile,
Yeah, like the first time they went there, they were very placating to him. They're like, okay, we can't fuck with this guy. But this time they had been out in the wilds for a while, so yeah, they wanted to get behind some fire.
exactly. We getting warm and we getting fed, one way or another. Just go down any way you want it to go down. And then it's like poor Sam after Craster just makes fun of him for his weight left and right. He just fucking leaves the keep and sees one of Craster's many daughters giving birth to a little baby boy, which would be adorable if this was any other situation other than this, because we know that being a baby boy isn't really the kind of thing that makes you live very long in Craster's keep.
Nope.
So if this knowledge now is like, I mean, because right now Sam and of course everyone that was in there know that's a boy. What do you think Sam's going to do with this knowledge?
Can't answer that because I read the books.
Yep.
I think that he may not have much longer. I think he's going to try and save the boy, and maybe this is a wild accusation. Sorry, but I think he's going to get killed for it.
No. We can go in wild speculations as we're going. That makes it easier to keep up with, honestly. Aisha, what do you think?
I don't know. Even if he tries to take the baby, I'm not sure if he even knows what to do with it, for one, and for two, it wouldn't survive with them because they have nowhere else to go after that. So all I could think of is he'll probably overrun the camp and try to kill the leader, but I don't even know if that's in him. So it might be in the daughters, though.
Yeah, it could be. It's like I think he could somehow, empower them or something like that. Because the idea of Sam going to war with anyone for any reason at this point is pretty laughable. I mean, his skill with the sword, let's say, is somewhat lacking, and I think that's putting it kindly.
May I just say that I personally am not in the greatest shape, but I'm not in a military organization anymore. He needs to eat a damn salad.
Yeah. Some fruits and vegetables won't kill you, Sam.
It's cold. All they have is salt pork and bread. When was the last time you saw a vegetable?
Hey, well, the motherfucker could at least, get up in the morning, run a few miles down the wall and come back, It's like, do something, get yourself in fight.
Actually, when I read the book, I expected him to start losing weight a lot sooner than he did, what with all that rigorous training they do. I'm really not sure what what Martin
Plus, they've done nothing but walk around and fight and not eat. You really got to think this is probably some kind of genetic predisposition on his part.
Or a thyroid problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His
He's
thyroid
big
is
boned.
yo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not his fault. He's just big boned.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll go with it. RMC, okay. What's next? The Riverlands? Yeah, let's go ahead for that. I guess we'll start off with River Run, where we have the funeral of Lord Tully and one of the worst archers I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my God! Not even get me started on that guy.
To be fair, that's not going to be an easy shot. Come on.
But the other guy made it look so easy. So you hated the other guy even more.
30 years older than he was.
Well, so it's like, I mean, if you're chosen for this honor, it's like, I think it's like, if I'd have been chosen for the honor of doing that, I'd have been fucking practicing my ass off. It's like, I mean, even if I hit it on the second one, it's like, I'd have definitely hit it on the second. If not the first, the second, you know what I'm saying? This dude is like, I mean, it's like he's kind of, well, shit, that one didn't get, well, let's try to shit again. Until finally
Everybody
like,
in that scene, by the way, everybody in that scene was doing some amazing acting. Just
Yeah.
trying to look respectful and also kind of, I don't remember the actor's name who plays Rob, but like he did that kind of like sort of smile and then like, oh wait, I'm not supposed to be smiling.
yeah.
Like you could feel how tense that was based looking at their faces. It was amazing.
Yeah. And then Blackfish just said, "You know what? Fuck it. Give me this shit. I'll do it myself." You know, it's like he checked the wind direction right quick, shot the arrow, and didn't even bother looking.
He was just done with it. He was like, "Was that fucking hard?"
It's like, here, take this fucking shit back, huh? It's like he was already halfway up the damn pier when the arrow hit the boat. He's like, "Fuck this, dude."
Like, how the fuck did this guy end up on our side anyway?
Yeah.
I assume that was like his son.
Wait, who's son?
I assume that the archer was his son.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was Lord Tully's son.
Which
But he
would
was
make
going to screw it
him-
up.
Yeah, he was constantly screwing it up. That's why Uncle Blackfish had to step in and do that shit himself.
Which would make him Catelyn Stark's uncle's son, which makes him what? To everyone else?
Absolutely nothing.
I love you. Spaceballs is the
Let's
best.
see. Carry the. Wait.
Is that a nephew?
Fucking,
Cousin?
yeah.
It's his grandfather's nephew's brother's roommate's cousin.
Yeah. I'm sure someone in the YouTube comments will go ahead and answer that one for us. They're good at that. And again, thank you guys. We love you. Yes, we read your comments all the time. Eventually, I'm gonna start reading them on the show. All right. So see after that, I did think it was kind of funny when Queen Talisa was treating the wounds of the two Lannister boys, and the Lannister boys were like, "We heard he turns into a wolf and eats his enemy." She's like, "Yeah, totally happens. Yeah, sure, let's go with it."
Wait, I have a question, DeAno, for you specifically. You took notes, didn't you? You're
What do you
reading
mean?
off notes. I'm accusing you, sir, of actually reading notes for the first time.
Yes, I'm doing that for the first time today because I do that every week. when we
You
do
have
these
said multiple
shows.
times that you don't write notes.
For Walking Dead, yes.
Oh, okay.
For Game of Thrones, notes are how I know everybody's
It's required
name.
for Game
Oh,
of
okay.
Thrones.
Okay.
How can you figure out what's going on without taking notes? Good Lord.
Yeah, that's why I'm never confused about when it comes to someone's name. It's like, yes, because I'm looking at it.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
Well, we need somebody who isn't constantly going, the guy who's related to that guy.
Exactly. Can't talk about a show like this and not what the hell's going on. Otherwise, I'd be like, yeah, it's like, that one dude. Yeah, that the dude that played the dude on Misfits. That dude.
That dude that was in the shitty Silent Hill 2 movie.
Yeah.
I do the same thing on the House of Cards hangout, where it's like, if I don't write this down, I'm not going to know it when it comes to
Exactly. So the hell with it. It's like we got to catch up with Arya and see what she was up to.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's always good to see more of her. Surprisingly, it's like it's like looks like she's just back on the road. I mean, Hot Pie isn't coming with them, but it's like
Not all the fat jokes will be directed only at what's his name?
Sam.
On the wall. Yeah, Sam. He's gonna have to take double fat jokes now because one character's leaving. That's just the way writing goes.
It's something about this show. When I saw that what's his name, when Popeye got a happy ending where he gets to be the baker in that tavern, I'm like, okay, when are they going to come back and find everybody in this town dead?
Yeah.
I know it's not going to... I'm happy for him now, but I know he's going to die.
No, I actually have another idea about that. I think that when the show wraps up way, like 4 years from now,
Sansa's will be king?
Sansa's going to be like some high... He's going to have him as her personal chef. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
Oh, that's super wild speculation there. That's fantastic. But you have Arya back on the road. It's like the Hound is being taken off to who knows where. It's like, I mean, did anyone catch that? It's like, I mean,
I don't.
It's like I saw him being taken away, but I don't know what they're doing with them. Did
no
they
idea.
say?
Just that he couldn't know where they were going.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even know where he was, even though Arya was trying to ask him if he knew where he was. He's all like, I don't know, this shithole looks like every other shithole.
Yeah. I guess he's got to be a dick to the end. But I did honestly think that Arya would be sticking around there a little bit more. It's like, I mean, because when the Hound first, outed her as, being a Stark, I figured that would be a bigger deal amongst these people.
It really doesn't seem to change
they
much.
honestly didn't seem to give a shit.
Yeah.
So she's just off once again. It's like, and I don't remember. It's like, where the fuck was she going originally? It's like, after they first broke up, it's like, what was her big plan?
Was they just trying to go back home to Winterfell? Or were they trying to go to the river? I don't know. I don't remember either.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yes. That's it. Yeah, they were trying to get to River Run. That's what it was. Because we actually talked about that last week. How they were trying to get to River Run. Mm-hmm. Very well done. And it's like, and the question is, it's like, will they be able to, like, if they can make it to River Run while her brother is still there, then yay, family reunion. So at least he realizes that one of his sisters is safe. Of course, he still doesn't know where the fuck Sansa is, and hell, Arya at this point doesn't know either.
Yeah, but if they were going to take a wild shot in the dark, they'd probably guess that they were at King's Landing. They'd probably guess that she's at King's Landing, and they'd be right.
They'd be right temporarily. It's like, I mean, let's not forget, it's like, I mean, because when Littlefinger was leaving the city, he told Sansa that he was going to find a way to take her with him. And Littlefinger is leaving now.
I'm just curious, does anyone trust Littlefinger about anything here?
No!
That's his entire character.
Exactly.
The guy you don't trust.
Yeah.
He's like the guy you know that's always up to something and ready to pull a dick move at any second.
It's the whole trust me, I'm a thief thing.
Yeah.
You can
just screw you over if he gets a chance.
Yeah. He's going to fuck you over, so the thing is, if there's an advantage you can have by utilizing him.
You have to try and fuck him over first before he fucks you over.
Exactly.
So you can trust him to be untrustworthy? Is that
Yes. That is what I'm getting at.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like, hell, like we said last week, is like, I mean, hell, he straight up told Eddard Stark not to trust him, and what Eddard Stark do? Like a dummy, trust him. That cost him his fucking head. So, yeah, don't trust Littlefinger. Very, very simple.
That's actually something that I think was reflected in the books a lot better than it was the movies. This is not a spoiler because this is about first
The movies.
Yeah.
Or sorry, the TV show versus the books. Is in the books, Ed Stark is like 35 years old. In the movie, he's in his early 50s, or in the TV
That's
show,
true,
he's in
yeah.
his early
Yeah.
50s. And when you're in your early 50s, by that point, when someone tells you, "Oh, you shouldn't trust me," you don't trust that motherfucker.
No.
But when you're 35, you might just be idealistic enough to be like, "Oh, he's like the only person I can trust."
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. It's like 35, and in today's day and age, is not exactly the same as 35 back in those days.
Yeah.
It's like, hell, it's like back then. It's like, if you were 12 and had a few hairs growing on your pubes, you were a man.
Think about it. DeAno's about 40 now, and he has a podcast.
See, there you go. Let's see the last thing on the list. Yeah, it's like, okay, now we're finally onto the adventures of Jamie and Brienne.
Woo!
Jamie actually did something noble with no possible upside to him.
And it cost him his hand.
Yeah, it did cost him his hand. But he actually did something that was not selfish. And later on he realized he could probably turn it into something selfish. But at first he wasn't doing it for selfish reasons.
Yeah, it's like I was even surprised at that. It's like, he seemed just legitimately trying to stop what was about to happen to Brienne, and with no real other motive. But I think what happened to his hand is like primarily because we've seen Jamie in trouble before, and he kind of, he's a Lannister. If he says the right thing and mentions who his father is and throws some money around, he feels he can get out of any kind of situation.
Works for Tyrion.
Tyrion's better at it.
Yeah.
Tyrion is much better at it.
Tyrion has the wits to go along with everything.
Yeah, Balak wasn't playing that game.
Right.
He wasn't playing that game by a lot. And the thing about cutting off Jamie's hand is because it's like, one of the things that Jamie's known for is,
Isn't that the hand he fights
excellent sword fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a sword hand.
Mm.
It's like even Jamie and Brienne were having this conversation about how he's known as this master, swordsman and yada yada yada. It's like, that's his reputation, and he just lost forever the thing that gave him that reputation.
Yep.
It's like, he can, I guess he can learn how to use fluff, but he'll never be the swordsman that he used to be.
Or you can just pull a Merle and come back with a mechanical hand.
Yeah, there you go. Just get like an attachment, or I don't know, just figure out something, pull an ash and put a chainsaw on that bitch. Hey,
I want to see that.
king, baby.
Now I'm sad that'll
Yeah,
never
the
happen
Kingslayer.
because I want to see it.
Fuck yeah, that'd be awesome. It's like, it's like they picked a hell of a point in this episode. It's like, hand gone, run credits. Fuck it, we're done. And we out. See you bitches next week. It's like, God, come on, man.
It was definitely a better spot to end than either of the first two episodes this season.
True.
The first episode just felt like a gigantic season 2 recap.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like, it's like the first couple of episodes were pretty much just like, okay, after all the shit that happened in season 2, here's what's happening now, here's where everyone is. And you have to do that shit in 2 episodes. You can't do it in 1 episode because you got too many fucking people.
But
To be
they should
fair,
have
this
said
is like the
2
one
hours
show-
like Mad Men did. If Mad Men could do it in 2 hours, I don't know why HBO couldn't.
They did do it in 2 hours. It's the 3rd episode. 2
Right,
episodes,
but,
2 hours.
AMC
They
had
did
the
do it in
decency
2.
to put Mad Men back to back.
Well, HBO don't play that way. They want their money, damn it.
Oh, well. Excuse
So-
It's like, you get to wait.
If I remember last season correctly, they actually did a very similar thing to where they ended up starting the season very slow, and they just built up and built up and built up, and each episode was, in general, each episode was better than the last,
Mm-hmm.
or more action-packed than the last.
That's
So I
how
think
the
that's
books feel when you're
what
reading them too, though.
What's that, Rob?
So that's how the books feel too when you're reading them, though. It just kind of builds and builds until everything reaches a boiling point.
I've only gotten halfway through the second book, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, I have all the books, I'm just not reading them yet.
It's probably for the best for you. I'm sitting here during these hangouts being like, but I know what happens. I know what happens next.
And that's exactly why I'm not reading them.
I feel like I can't say anything until we get to episode 9.
It was a pain in, see, that's why it was a pain in the ass for, like, the Walking Dead discussions and whatnot, because it's like, I know during what's going to happen. It's like, I know they're going to change some shit, but I kind of know what's going to happen, so when I do the show, I have to usually pretend that I don't know. I don't want to have to deal with that on these. I legitimately don't know what's going to happen, and I like that. Don't have to pretend. It's a lovely, freeing feeling.
It's really fun seeing the reactions of people that haven't read the books, though. That's one of the best parts of having read the books and watching the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe you. All right, so we got Handless Jamie going on to the next episode of the. Any wild speculation for next week?
Jamie has to relearn how to masturbate, and it takes like 30 minutes of the whole episode time, and it's really frustrating for all involved.
For what he sacrificed, I think Brienne should help him out with that.
Or he becomes a better swordsman, and his teacher's going to be Brienne.
That won't happen in one episode, unfortunately. I mean, even the Karate Kid, it took like, what, an hour?
What are you talking about? I thought all these things happened just in montages. You run a montage, 3 minutes later, all of a sudden they're a fucking master.
Always
Come on.
And then you got to, play some old 80s rock music, just during
The other half of the episode will be Pod with a blackboard teaching everyone how to have sex with whores.
Actually, it's like, no, it's like,
Go up.
the next episode is just going to be them taking the whole YouTube thing to the next level. The entire next episode is going to be Tyrion slapping Joffrey for a fucking hour.
Nice!
That's all I want to
I
say.
watched this. Yeah. That's the entire episode. What?
Yeah, Renly's gone, and that makes me sad. But as long as I can see Tyrion giving Joffrey a beatdown, I'm still good.
I don't know. It's like, well, the name of next week's episode is already very, very telling. The name of next week's episode, of course, being "And Now His Watch Is Ended." So I'm thinking that we're gonna have some rough times above the wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, could this be? Do you guys think we could see the battle for Castle Black as soon as next week?
No.
I don't think as soon. I think maybe by the 5th episode, possibly, but not next week.
Yeah.
Like, they're still so far away from the wall. I don't think we can. I don't think in the span of an hour we can get there and have a battle in the span of next week's hour.
Okay, I agree with that. So it's like let's see. We know it's like, as far as the Night Watch is concerned, that they are still over at Craster's Keep, and with Sam knowing what he knows about that being a boy, is like, I mean, if he did try to do an uprising thing and have the daughters finally stand up for themselves and defend themselves, can he survive this? Because I mean, let's just put it out there. It's very obvious from the show title that a member of the Night's Watch is going to die. But the question is, who? Could it be Sam? Could it be, say, I don't know, the Lord Commander?
I've already put out my 2 cents on Sam. If it's going to be anyone, it's probably going to be Sam. Because I think he's going to stand up and try and save the baby, and I think he's going to get his head chopped off.
Well, I hope he gets a noble death. When he almost died last episode, I was like, no, not like that.
Yeah, it would be kind of messed up. Well, I suppose we'll see. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up for this week. Thank all of you for joining us here on the show, and thank all of you guys out there in YouTube land for watching and commenting. Can't wait to read your comments as we go into next week's episode, which we will absolutely be back for. My name is DeAno Jackson. You can always check us out on geeksandaround.com. Join the Geeks and Around community. Just talk to other people and just bring up whatever you want to bring up. The link to the community will be down there in the About section or whatever, and we will see you here next week.